What's up, Yang Gang? So we are here live to bring y'all, bam, the view. We gotta adjust. Hold on, y'all. We got some issues going on. It's been a while since we live streamed, so we're a little rusty, but we are here.
It's weird how it does that, though.
All right.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. How is everybody? We're live. We may get attacked by the coronavirus live on screen. Who knows? I mean, anything could happen.
Anything.
I'm sure little Yang Gang will probably wake up here shortly with my big mouth going on now.
Yeah, he stayed up late, so he is still sleeping. He was exhausted last night and would not go to bed.
He's a night owl. Mm-hmm. He's a lot like his daddy. But it's all good. So we're here to bring you the reveal Andrew Yang's big announcement, y'all. There's been some leakage. We don't want to spoil it. If somebody out there knows, you know, but I don't know. Because it may be that and it may be some other stuff along with that announcement. So we're all waiting the same as y'all. Mm-hmm. Quick update on the housing situation. While we're here, we're still looking for a place. We may have found a place. Hopefully that'll work out and we can get into it. So make sure you tweet it out. Make sure you get it out there. Looks like we got some, one of our moderators is in here. Fred! Oh yeah, I know you're not supposed to mention the coronavirus. That's all right. I don't care. We don't make a whole lot off of the ad revenue anyway, so it's all good.
There's gonna be a knock on the door in a minute.
I know. They don't want. They probably won't want to. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for still making videos. Can't stay for the stream. Oh, definitely watch it later if you can't stay for the stream. And thank you for that super chat. It is very much appreciated. Those super chats definitely help. And we will definitely shout you out every time there is a super chat. Yeah. So thank you.
And we apologize for the Dale Jr.
Yes, I am not a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan. Okay, just so everybody knows, I'm more of a number 18 Kyle Busch fan. But that's just me.
I don't even like racing.
But this is like a shrine to like Dale Earnhart Jr. over
brother-in-law. It's our
brother-in-law. Mm-hmm. Truck driver. They're automating him away. Mm-hmm. I'm just playing. Eventually they will be automating him away for sure. But make sure y'all tweet this out here. We are always. I was gonna turn this around and let y'all see what it.
So there's the TV. We'll zoom into it when Yang is making his announcement.
Yes, we will definitely bring you this live because I know a lot of people are out on the. What do they still show it at the same? What was that?
We canceled the free trial of.
Oh yeah, okay, got to do that.
Turn it back around here.
So there's been a lot of rumors as to what this is, and apparently at some point in time yesterday, something leaked, mm-hmm. and we didn't want to spoil alert it, but PSP already did. So.
So if you watched it, you already know, but some of y'all haven't, so you're gonna see it happen live. Plus, we want to hear it straight from Andrew Yang. We want the details. So.
For sure. There was a lot of speculation that because Meghan McCain was leaving, that they might be announcing that Evelyn would be a co-host of The View, which I think would be really, really cool if that was to happen.
I don't think that'd be the big announcement, but that would.
I don't either. And I don't know if Evelyn's personality would suit that either. You know what I'm saying? Because she's more of a reserve type.
And they like to.
And they just like to hoo-ha around and fight and carry on. And Whoopi always whoops them though. So.
I love some Whoopi.
I do too. Whoopi is definitely Yang Gang, even though, I don't know. Did she ever come out officially as Yang Gang?
I don't know if she could, basically, she always talked about Andrew Yang and how awesome his policies were and everything.
Look, I told you anything that happened. Look, I told you anything could happen on a live stream.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
He's probably dropping off Braun's thing.
Oh. Sorry, we got a...
Somebody walking around in the yard.
An interloper.
You can't see out the window.
Some dude's walking into the yard. That's crazy. Anything can happen on these live streams. The Grassroots Yang Gang. Something's always. Where in the world? I got a fuzzy on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. I got it. You just think it was like a bug or something?
I didn't know. I just saw it on the screen and I was like, what the hell? So we got Dale Earnhardt Jr. shrines going on. We got people marching through the yard. Yes, problem solver politics really broke down
the website that leaked.
The website that leaked, and great job by you guys covering that. And it's going to be really cool to see the dynamic, because if it is what was it, a 50 something
501c4 C3.
I think it is a C4. It's a C4.
Okay.
Anyway, they are allowed to donate to or help further political campaigns
as long as 51% of their work is human centered.
Human centered. Yeah, it's got to be geared towards whatever it was set up as.
So why are we talking about it? I thought it was supposed to be a surprise.
Breaking news: Grassroots Yang Gang. You are hearing it here. One just dropped out of the race.
That's what everybody's commenting. But yes.
Yes.
Yep.
You're hearing it here first.
Did she happen to say who she's throwing her weight behind? Does anybody know?
Yeah. And I really think that she carried on through Super Tuesday because she had her marching orders from the DNC. Mm-hmm. And now that that's over, she can just head for the hills. She lost in her own state.
Yeah. But I do not think her supporters are going to all go to Bernie.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
But she's different than Bernie. They have a lot of the same ideas, kind of, but she has a plan. So
she has a plan for that.
So
she didn't have a plan in her home state. How do you lose your home state? I mean, you're running for president. That shows you the lack of confidence in Elizabeth Warren right there. When you lose your home state, I mean, my gosh. And you know what's crazy is I think that if there was a decent candidate in, what is it, Massachusetts, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody to run against her that was decent, I think they would win.
Yeah.
Because your own state doesn't have confidence in you as the president of the United States. That confidence probably doesn't go very far anymore if you're losing your home state like that.
Yeah. I mean, we knew she was going to drop anyways. Like, she didn't have the support. But the fact that she stayed in that long does make it seem like the DNC was like, hey, stay in the race for a little bit longer. So it's down to Biden and Bernie.
Yay. How many of y'all are excited out there about this upcoming race? I mean,
we miss Andrew.
we do. It's so, to me, it's so lackluster.
Oh wait, Tulsi's still in, right? She hasn't dropped, but they don't even talk about her.
On,
obviously,
Tulsi, she got one delegate or something. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's obviously she's not gonna become the nominee. I don't know what her plan is for why she's staying in, like what she will be accomplishing next, because it won't be president this time.
You know, she's been running a bare bones campaign for a while, mm-hmm. You know, and a lot. I kind of feel like she's just in the race just to prove a point, man. Like, you know, this is what you guys got. And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to fight the establishment. So I'm just going to keep preaching my message no matter if I get any kind of traction or not. On the one hand, I wish Yang had done the same thing.
Yeah, just stayed it anyways and cut his costs. Yeah.
But that would have occupied too much of his time. Whereas now he's on CNN. He's getting to talk like, you know.
And they respect him. He's getting respect.
He's finally getting the respect nationally that he deserves. And every time that Andrew's face is on that screen, people recognize him more. He becomes a familiar face.
Because his first big hurdle was no name recognition.
No name recognition. So. No one knew who Andrew Yang was. We didn't know who Andrew Yang was until a year ago.
Yeah.
So if that tells you anything.
4 minutes till game time, just so y'all know. update. 4 minutes, and the view will be on.
4 minutes till game time. Once again, I must say, none of this is mine. None of this. I'm not a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan. Okay, look at that shrine. I mean, it's sickening. Ugh.
But look, there's a Murloc. Oh.
That number 18 car is so much prettier. For any of you NASCAR fans out there, I'm a Kyle Busch fan.
Back. Oh.
We got Murlocs, we got Sloths, we got everything. So it's 4 minutes till game time. Why do you feel hopeless about the system again? Because you should feel hopeless about the system. The system's rigged against us. It's literally rigged against us. Mm-hmm. And this announcement, here's the thing, y'all. This is what's so exciting about what Andrew Yang is going to announce today. And that will be one of the things, at least. He will announce that, Humanity Forward. Mm-hmm. But what's so exciting is he knows that the system is rigged against us. That's the whole reason that he's setting this thing up, because it is rigged against us. He's trying to unrig the system in his own way. And he's going to become the gatekeeper, y'all. He will become the gatekeeper. And I'm telling you, as more and more candidates sign on to this universal basic income idea, right? Andrew Yang now has all of these people in his camp. Mm-hmm. Like, because he's the gatekeeper.
You got congressmen, congresswomen.
So in 2024, guess what? He's already got a head of steam. He'll have the name recognition. He'll have the backing. It's no longer a fringe idea. It's now in the mainstream. Y'all, this is huge. What he's doing today is taking the dream and being like, okay, there, go do it.
And there's a lot of Yang Gang. And then the Yang Gang is actually going to grow behind this after this announcement,
For sure.
And we'll always be the Yang Gang.
And he's going to be able to do so many things with this. He's going to be able to test pilot UBI. He's going to be able to help fund candidates who are running on universal basic income ideas. And as we start taking more and more of these seats.
And then a presidency in 2024. So it's exciting.
Man, if that don't get you excited, man, I don't know what will. Because this was, if he couldn't be president or even a VP pick, this is like the next best thing.
Yeah.
Because now you get to take that dream and you get to be like, okay, now let me show you how it works.
Let me show y'all how it's done.
I'm excited. I just want a job. Andrew.
Give me a job.
Give me a job, bro.
Oh, y'all stay tuned to the channel. We're going to be making minor changes.
Yes.
I'll be back.
Former Democratic candidate Andrew Yang hits the table to guest co-host and make a big announcement for the first time on The View. Dueling Democrats. As the race boils down to Biden versus Bernie, who will they ask to join their administration? And is Andrew interested in a position? Plus, Pamela Adlon on how she wanted her series Better Things to help change the face of women on TV. Let's fire up Hot Topics.
Can y'all hear it okay?
I can't get it right.
Is the volume good?
We're just going to leave it like that. I'm going to stop messing with it.
Now, let's get things started.
See what I mean? Okay, that's good. That's good enough.
Let's go, Andrew. Let's go, baby.
There's a lot of Yang Gang in the crowd.
God, this is the most excited I've seen a crowd maybe the entire election. Look at all the Andrew Yang people. Look at your color following. Look at these people.
smartest people in the room. Before we talk about anything else, we have to tell you, Sunny's not here today. Her maternal grandma passed this morning, so she's off to be with her family, and we're all thinking of you and sending you love. Hang in there, Sunny. On a much brighter note, much brighter, please welcome our guest co-host, former Democratic presidential candidate, who?
Were you this popular when you were running?
Yes.
I don't know how you're not president. I mean, this entire room, no other candidate had this.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's just
Like,
Iowa. It's just Iowa.
So, right before we went on air, ABC News has confirmed that Elizabeth Warren has dropped out of the race. And, you know, it's now, you know,
Two old white guys.
two old white guys. Back to, back to the time that we had before. You know, it's so funny. You would think we had 50 black presidents. You think we had a whole bunch of. We think we had one black president, and it's always been a lot of white guys. So this is not a shock, y'all. But any predictions who you think she'll endorse? I don't know.
Oh, she's discussing that right now. I think that most people would imagine that she's going to head towards Bernie. But there's also a chance that she doesn't endorse anyone for at least a particular period of time. They're going through a really emotional process right now. Her campaign team worked very, very hard. And I was stunned myself at Super Tuesday's results on several levels. So I think they're deliberating right now. I believe you're going to see them come out one direction or the other pretty soon.
But she goes back to the Senate now, which is good.
Yeah, I mean,
So we
she's still going to
have
be
a
fighting
Democratic
for
senator in
people
Massachusetts.
for years to come. And I just want to tell an Elizabeth Warren story. I got calls from many of the other candidates when I suspended my campaign, and Elizabeth's call to me was so magnanimous and generous, and she had a tough night herself that night in New Hampshire, and you never would have known it. She's an amazing human being, an amazing leader behind the scenes as well.
She would have made a great president, I think.
She would have made a great president.
You all would have made great presidents. You know, I mean, there are different.
I don't think
strengths
everybody
and-
would have made a great
Well, I do.
Without Marianne Williams.
Well, yes,
Right.
but in looking, well, no, she has a whole other thing that she brings. But to me,
That's
what
certainly
we
one way
have,
to put it. Yeah.
well, yeah, but what we have right now doesn't work at all. And I'll take any of them over this.
But look at the fantastic cabinet. Whoever wins the Democratic election is going to have, I mean, look at all of you. A fantastic group of people for the cabinet and for other positions in the administration of probably Joe Biden.
We don't know. We don't know.
It
We'll
looks
see
like
who
that.
it is.
Yeah, someone called us the Avengers, which is
Yeah.
Be great. Get this country back on track.
Yeah.
Have you thought about endorsing anyone?
Joe called me a couple days ago. I've said I want to have the democratic process play out. I've also said that everyone knows I ran on this idea of universal basic income, and that if a candidate were to come out powerfully for the freedom dividend, that would go a very long way.
Yeah. Just to let you know, I asked each and every one of them that came to this table about that and about the things that you were talking about. And they all kind of blew me off in a funny way. Because I think it's scary to them. Because it means having to go outside of the norm. And I think that's one of the things that I thought got me excited about you. Was that, oh, okay, I hadn't thought about this before. When you said, listen, we need to be telling these people they got to pay their taxes. Like, hey, that's right. How come nobody's talking about it?
Amazon's paying
Well, you
for it.
also had to give money out, too. There was
Yes.
But that's not the thing that got me. The thing that got me was finally somebody said, you do know that Amazon and these other groups are not paying any taxes. And they should be. And we should be getting some money here.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, snap. Okay. And It was a fresh idea that seemed to be for the people. And I like that. Anything that suggests something great for the people, I'm all in.
Well, I assume that you will have a platform at the convention to give a speech. I'm just making that assumption you are a major presidential candidate, and maybe you can use that opportunity to implore the rest of the party, if it's that important to you, to do the freedom dividend and the taxing on.
Besides yourself, who do you think would be a great VP?
Well, like you said, I mean, there are a lot of great choices. I do think that if Joe's the front runner, which you'd have to say he is right now, that he needs to shore up his support among young people in particular, and I think that his running mate might be an opportunity to do that.
And Latinos too?
And Latinos.
Yeah.
And we kind of know, for better or for worse, Joe's support and Bernie's support are almost like mirror images of each other. So you need someone who can attract many of the same Latino voters and young people that Bernie's attracting.
So AOC would be actually a good choice, except that she's a Bernie person.
She's also not old enough.
Well, she's not as a VP.
Yeah, well, the Constitution has a minimum age for president, and it's conceivable that the vice president is going to be president.
And what's this I heard you want to run for mayor of New York?
I love this idea.
I'm looking to solve problems and add as much value as I can. Certainly, I'm more attracted to executive roles than I am legislative roles, but I'm going to make an announcement today on the show that's not about the mayoral race. It's about trying to further the ideas of the campaign in the days ahead.
You want to do that now?
Yeah, sure, I can do it right now. So I am thrilled to announce that today we are launching a new nonprofit called Humanity Forward that will champion the main ideas of my campaign: a universal basic income for all Americans, an economy that works for us, and the fact that our data should be ours, even if we're loaning it to the tech companies. So we already have pledges of $3 million that we're going to give away to everyday Americans around the country in the days ahead. But the goal is to build a movement. And so this is going to be a grassroots campaign or organization in the months ahead. And one person who supports Humanity Forward in the month of March will get $1,000 a month for a full year, just to show that we can make this economy work for us, the people of this country. So if you want to find out more, you can go to the Views website and find out more.
Oh.
Sonny's paternal grandmother passed away.
It wasn't her maternal. Did you say? I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know. I read what they said.
But was
Obviously-
her husband's
Her
mother.
father's mother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not what they wrote, but that's what they meant.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Leader Chuck.
All right, yeah, gang. You just heard the big announcement. Now, obviously, we're going to keep it on the View for the rest of the thing because Andrew's going to be on there. We're going to continue live streaming. Make sure that y'all tweet this out, get it out there.
And what do y'all think?
What do y'all think of the big news? To me, that's huge. That is huge. He just said that already $3 million that they've got allocated to give out as freedom dividends for average everyday Americans.
So imagine, how much he can do with that and how many families he can help with that. That's awesome. He's going to try to do what he tried to do running for president.
He's
with
just
this
going
nonprofit.
That's the great thing. He's just going to do it himself. He's like, all right, if the government doesn't, if they don't want me, hell, I'll just do it myself. I'm going to get this idea across one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's freaking huge.
It's going to be huge too.
So he's literally doing what he wanted to do as president. He's going to do it anyway. He's like, hey, fuck it. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's amazing, y'all. That is amazing. If that doesn't get you excited, I mean, I know that we were so keen on the idea of everybody getting $1,000 a month because there's so many people out there that
and
need
it. Should still happen, obviously.
And it will. But here's the thing, even if Andrew would have won the presidency this year, all that time, right? Nobody's getting any money, right? Until he actually gets it passed as the president.
Which would be this time next year at the earliest.
Right.
Yeah.
So even if he got it, immediately done, it'd still be all that time. Now that he's not running for president, he can actually start helping families now, more families. And it's just going to get bigger and bigger. Man, this is so exciting. It's unfortunate that he's not going to be president this time around.
Obviously.
That way, whenever he does in 2024 become president of the United States, these ideas are already way mainstream and he's already got the data. He can come in with the data and be like, okay, I've got it. These are all the facts of our studies and everything that we've done through this charitable organization. Here you go. Here's the data. And he's got a group of supporters in politics now that he will be the gatekeeper of. You're probably right. Somebody just put in the chat that the website will probably crash today. And you are probably right. There are going to be so many people. And he said that anybody that donates to the charity this month will be entered for the freedom dividend, or one of the freedom dividends that they're going to give away. So there's
it's going to get a lot of donations.
There's your entry right there.
Yep.
There's your entry right there. And we'll turn this camera back around as soon as they come back on, or whatever. Ain't no sense in watching Humana commercials or whatever it is they're trying to sell.
We're not watching the commercials, so we'll keep y'all busy during the commercial breaks, but we will live stream the entire episode of The View. So stay tuned. It's coming back on in a minute.
For sure.
Also, stay tuned to the channel. I will be putting out a video later today or tomorrow of In Memoriam for Elizabeth Warren.
In Memoriam for Elizabeth Warren.
I'm doing them Talking Dead style if you have not seen them yet, and I'm fond of them. So y'all let me know what you think, and I will put that out later so y'all can see that.
False alarm.
False alarm.
So, man, it's so exciting. Look. Wait, is this the first time we ever got something out before Zach and Matt?
Yes.
Zach, no, they had the View up yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
Shout out to Zach and Matt.
They're good at that. Yeah.
Man, we got some exciting things coming for this channel. Oh my gosh, y'all. Like, especially now. It's even more exciting now that Andrew's made his announcement, because
we can cover everything to do with this nonprofit. We can travel if we raise the funds for traveling, we'll travel around wherever he's at, because he's going to be doing speaking events and stuff. So
for sure,
we're going to be there.
We are definitely just getting started. And man, Zach has already said that he's still a part, he's going to be a huge part of this. He still works for Andrew. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be pretty amazing, because there's going to be so many people that jump on board with this volume.
Oh. Hold on, y'all.
TV. So culturally, whatever. No, not.
Let me zoom in. Hold on, y'all. I'm working on it.
Right now, the Supreme Court is hearing arguments on a major case about abortion rights, and Senator Chuck Schumer is under fire for comments he made at a rally yesterday. Watch.
Republican legislatures are waging a war on women. All women. And they're taking away fundamental rights. I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you go forward with these awful decisions.
So Justice Roberts made a rare public rebuke, calling Schumer's comments dangerous and inappropriate. And here's what the senator said just this morning.
Of course, I didn't intend to suggest anything other than political and public opinion consequences for the Supreme Court. And it is a gross distortion to imply otherwise. I'm from Brooklyn. We speak in strong language. I shouldn't have used the words that I did, but in no way was I making a threat.
So, is this all a distraction from the fact that a major abortion rights case is being heard right now?
Well, I'm a champion of women's reproductive rights as fundamental human rights, but I don't think it's productive for a senator to publicly rebuke Supreme Court justices before a ruling. I mean, we have constitutional separation of powers for a reason. And the fact is, if this had happened in reverse, then I'm sure Chuck and many other Democrats would be very, very upset about it.
Well, we were.
It has happened.
It has happened.
It has happened in reverse, exactly.
Trump does
And
that all the time.
it was terrible. Then it's not great if Democrats do it either.
Yeah, you know, and of course it's, you know, listen, the law is the law, and we'll fight when we know what the outcome is. We don't know what the outcome is.
I don't exactly understand why he was saying Gorsuch and Kavanaugh would suffer. It's the Republican people who are running for Congress, Republican Party people running for Congress that might suffer, because people will not like the idea that our rights are being taken away.
Yeah,
but how does Gorsuch and Kavanaugh suffer? What did he mean by that?
Because they're the
Probably
newest.
voting for the bill.
Yeah, but how will they suffer? And they're on the Supreme Court for life.
That's why it seems so inappropriate,
Yes,
honestly.
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense that
Right.
you face political consequences if you have a lifetime appointment.
But he
I
did
think
make,
also
he did,
it's
excuse me 1 minute, he did make the point though, and everybody should know, that if abortion rights are repealed, a lot of people will lose their seat, and he was warning them about that.
Right, but
So-
as he said, his verbiage was not the best.
Okay.
Well, I always thought of Chuck Schumer as like very even-keeled in his commentary and speeches. Like I never think of him as a flamethrower.
Yeah, but-
So this actually really surprised me. Just even the yelling, the way he's speaking, and him saying you won't know what hit you. Look, when you have people like Steve Scalise that have like literally been shot over politics, you got to be careful with the way you talk. We're living in dangerous times. We talked about how yesterday how I think all presidential candidates of a certain level should have Secret Service, and I think that level is being on the debate stage. Like, I think we're just living in really dangerous, politically polarizing times. So I think if you're Chuck Schumer and you're a lion in the Senate, you have to be more careful, regardless of how you feel about abortion and abortion rights. And I think there's a way, I think even for me, being pro-life, it makes me zone out when I hear rhetoric like that. Like, we can have a responsible conversation, but when you're screaming and talking about you're not going to know what hit you if you disagree, I think people tune out.
The good thing about this whole conversation is that it's reminding people, voters, that you're not just voting for a president, you're voting for a Supreme Court. You're voting for certain rights being taken away from you. You know, so you have to keep that in mind. So in a way, it reminds people of that.
The Republicans have been much more effective at focusing on judiciary appointments than the Democrats.
True. Oh, yeah. Well, Obama was blocked during all that time when he tried to do it.
But in terms of galvanizing voter energy and enthusiasm, it's true. But now the pendulum swing the other way, where I think people are waking up to the fact that these appointments will have very, very real consequences for years to come.
Yeah.
And, you know, but the thing that I've always been knocked out about when it comes to the Supreme Court is you just never know with them. You know, everybody said, you know, Justice Roberts he's just always going to vote that way. And
We have to do away with lifetime appointments for a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense where you're appointing someone, you're literally like, ooh, he's young and healthy, he's going to be here for like 30 years. I mean, like, who's trying to set rules for 30 years in
And the
advance?
federal judges, too. Don't they have lifetime appointments?
Some of them at very, very senior levels. But we created lifetime appointments in the Constitution when people did not live as long. And people used to step down for any of a variety of reasons. They didn't just wait until they're at death's door. They used to, like, retire. But right now, it's entirely rational for us to follow Ruth Bader Ginsburg around, scrubbing any doorknob she touches.
That's right.
But you got to do that for everybody. Because, you know, stuff that comes to kill you doesn't care how old you are.
But when you're 89 and you've suffered from, I think, the health issue she has, that's a concern, and we all, you know, respect and
I mean, I'm not religious, but I'm praying for Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
If you had 18-year term limits, it would affect both parties. You ought to be able to get it through both parties because it's not one side or the other. It's just a better process.
One would think. One would think. But you know how stuff goes. Like us, we're going right now. We'll be right back.
So,
Commercial
Andrew,
break. We'll be
commercial
back
break.
in a minute.
When they do commercial breaks, we get to talk.
Yeah.
So,
what better commercial could you ask for?
than us. Sponsored in part by Apple Juice and viewers like you.
Side effects may include nausea, vomiting, headache, dry mouth, even death.
Death by Dale Earnhardt Jr. sign.
Well, that thing will fall over.
So, I know somebody like I saw. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
Yes, somebody was saying that the website was already down
Yep.
and stuff. That's pretty awesome.
That means it's not awesome, but it just means it's
Yeah, it means it's
getting
getting a lot of traffic.
Yep.
And they'll get it back up and running, and that means people and I saw that we are trending something on Twitter, so go to Twitter.
I think it's hashtag moving humanity forward.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So if y'all can watch this and tweet at the same time,
Yeah.
do so.
Yeah, put the link to this video in there too. So people
Yes,
can come and
make
watch
sure
it.
you tweet out this video, because as soon as this is uploaded, they will probably strike it down as soon as they can. So y'all make sure you
Maybe
tweet it out there.
not. We've put view clips up before and it hasn't been taken down, right?
Yeah, I think so. At one point in time, we might have.
We'll see what happens.
I know Comedy Central, they always.
Oh yeah, they don't let you post their stuff.
Oh gosh, they're ruthless about it.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you like, share, subscribe, tweet it out. All of our donation links are in the other videos. But the big thing that we need you to donate to right now is this
Humanity
new
Forward.
website and this fund. This is a way for the Yang Gang to keep this thing rolling. And it's going to take $5, $10, and it's going to take big donors too.
Mm-hmm. Time to print out some new materials to hand out to people.
For
Put a
sure.
website on it, yeah. Get everybody in on it.
Man, this movement is just starting. Somebody said that it was an underwhelming announcement. It's not.
It's going to be huge.
This is way bigger than just a surface thing of him giving out some freedom dividends to some families.
It's way bigger.
This is way bigger. This is about moving the gears of society in a much quicker fashion than he could have probably any other way, as far as getting his ideas about a human-centered capitalism in place.
Andrew's smart.
Andrew is a smart dude. Y'all don't understand how smart this guy is.
Well, you do probably, but
I mean, maybe you do. You know, I mean, he's literally like hyper intelligent. And somebody said that he was playing 5D chess. He is absolutely playing 5D chess. He is furthering this idea of a freedom dividend and taxing the robots in such a way that in 2024,
it's going to be so
game
mainstream
over.
by then.
Game over. And he's setting himself up as the gatekeeper for all of the candidates who are running on universal basic income, who are putting it as part of their thing. The dude in Kentucky that's running, that Scott Santons is now his dude.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. And there's a UBI candidate in, where was it, California, that came in second.
David Kim!
Yeah, David Kim.
Shout out to you, David Kim. Y'all get behind these people, man.
Yep.
He made it to the general. That's exciting.
Especially with no name recognition. You know, nobody knows who he is. He's not.
Yeah, he didn't start out with any name recognition either.
He's going to be in Congress. If y'all go out and vote, donate to his campaign.
Jonathan
as well.
Herzog.
Yeah.
Ryan Blevins. I mean, I don't know how they did, but I mean, the fact is, this thing is growing now. Man, it's
like Andrew said, it's a movement.
It's a movement. Yeah. You think about the time frame that it would have taken for him to become president, get it passed, all this shit. He can do that now. He's starting to do it now. Mm-hmm. And he's going to move the meter in such a way that there's going to be a lot of rich people who are going to donate to this. Because you think about this, how good does it look for Mark Zuckerberg, who has come out for universal basic income, to donate a huge chunk of money to a charity? Ooh.
It's back.
The CDC recommends people keep their hands off their face to stay safe from coronavirus. Now, you know who claims he hadn't touched his face for weeks. As you can see, photos from the other day kind of tell a different story. But it is a tough habit to break, apparently. Check out this clip from yesterday's show. Last night, take a look. White House correspondent forcing Biden. I'm sure I found this quick.
See, we got it.
really been wild.
I only did one. I'm pretty good.
Twitchy.
21.
How about when I pull my bra down? I'm such twitchy.
That's not your face,
I know.
I don't
21
think.
times touching your face
21
is
times.
bad, Joy.
I'm just a twitchy. I'm twitchy. What can I tell you?
Well, Jimmy Kimmel is proposing an alternative to a handshake that he's calling the elbow and the hello bow. So apparently this is what it is. So I'm going to try it out on you.
Will they show you? Yeah, like
The elbow.
yeah, this and this.
Okay.
Right.
Hi.
So you know, after all this time, Howie Mandel is a genius.
Yeah.
The guy's been doing this for his whole life.
Yeah.
Are you doing that like when you meet people, like supporters? Are you doing the?
No, here's what happened
no.
with Andrew just a little while ago. Can you show the during commercial break?
Look at
Did you hear what he said? She said, I'm never going to wash my hands. He said, you should.
I'm never washing my hands.
Oh, you should. You should not hear that, Fletch.
It's what you have to do. It's what you have to do.
This poor woman.
Listen. You got to listen. We are dodging so much stuff. We're dodging the flu. We're dodging the coronavirus. We're dodging like stuff that we don't even know is in the air. So just do your best. Okay?
Yeah, but don't listen to Trump. Don't listen to him. He was on, I think, Fox yesterday or something and telling people, go to work. It's nothing if you don't feel good. I mean,
No,
don't
if
listen
you
to
don't
him.
feel good, listen, I'm the perfect person to tell you why that's not a good idea. I put off going to the doctor for months last year, months. And I ended up with double pneumonia and sepsis in both of my lungs. So if you don't feel good,
Yeah.
pay attention to that. Because if you don't, it can kill you. It almost killed me. No joke. If you don't feel good, take care of yourself.
You know who notices when you come into work sick? Your coworkers.
Yeah.
And they are not happy about it.
No.
They're not like, oh, glad you're here. They're like, oh, no.
Well, we bully Joy. We have bullied Joy when Joy she's had a cough. We're like, what's wrong with you?
I know, they're very.
What's happened? We're
They're
all
so
up.
mean to me.
Yes,
Well, you
we are.
came back from London and get the whole table sick.
That's right.
We were all me and Sunny were like deathly ill, and it was your fault bringing it back from London.
Well, I have allergies. That's not the same thing.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, you were.
I do want to say that all of the attention that's being paid to coronavirus right now is disproportionate to its genuine threat to the public health. So I think we've been primed by watching a few too many zombie TV shows and movies. But you're much less likely to get coronavirus than pretty much anything else you're worried about. Certainly washing your hands and just good. That was a good idea before the coronavirus.
Yeah.
It's a good idea now.
Yeah.
I read that the movie Contagion is like #1 or #2
Contagion,
streamed
is
on
it really?
Netflix right now, and it's like I don't want to watch Contagion right now. It's okay. It's a movie about that.
What
What I was joking about is that Donald Trump, instead of, or Mike Pence, instead of having this press conference, they should have gotten Matt Damon to come in with Dustin Hoffman and be like, everything's going to be all right.
That's right.
You know, Congressman Swalwell, he's congressman, right? He was on TV giving props to Pence today, which was different than the usual. You know, this is not political. He was saying this is real. And he was giving props to Pence for what the job he's doing and then not giving props to Trump. Because Pence and Trump are not exactly on the same page about this. You know, and let's face it, the president is a reality star. You're not going to take tips, health tips from a reality star. Otherwise, we'll go to the Housewives of Beverly Hills and ask them what they think about the coronavirus. He is a reality star.
And she has dropped the pen.
I know you dropped that pen.
She
Joy.
dropped
I mean,
the pen.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
So this is what he has to say.
Drop the pen.
Drop the pen
What's
again.
better than touching my face, right?
Yes. We'll be right back.
All right. So I've been trying to watch the chat and see what everybody's saying. And yeah, I don't know what y'all think about the coronavirus. I know.
We can't talk about that.
Oh, we can't. That's right.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
right.
Y'all go ahead. What y'all think?
Didn't YouTube say something about that though? Pretty sure I saw something on
They're
that.
taking down videos on it and stuff because it's spreading misinformation. Even though if you're just talking about it,
They don't care.
they're cracking down on it.
So we cannot talk about it, I guess. But y'all can talk about it. That is just crazy.
We can. I feel like we can talk about it. Just don't mention it by name. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. YouTube's a little crazy lately, and it's only going to get more stifling of free speech.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
For sure. They, and they just came out and revised their guidelines not long ago, and basically saying that channels like ours, won't be given preference. The algorithms are automatically going to start sending them to reputable news outlets,
and
aka
I feel like
propaganda machines.
That might be why our viewership has gone way down because of YouTube. So if y'all are subscribed, make sure you're catching our videos. Turn on the notifications so you
Ding
know
the
when we
bell.
put out a new one. Stuff like that.
It's been, and I think some of it has to do with Andrew suspending his campaign and whatnot. But it shouldn't.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
This movement continues.
Because, Andrew is the face of the franchise. And he still is. And he's going to, as you just saw with his announcement, he's going to continue to be at the forefront. This is a movement. It's something that's much bigger than all of us, than any one person. And it's going to take a lot of us working together to make it a reality. Mm-hmm. What, you thought changing the world was going to be easy, y'all?
Time to get to work again.
Come on, you can't change the world by doing nothing. You actually have to implement a plan, and that's exactly what Andrew Yang is doing today.
And what we would like to do with ourselves, the channel, we would like to dedicate all of our time and energy towards this nonprofit and then document it for the world to see. But I feel like that's the next step that we need to go in. What do y'all think?
What do y'all think? Because you know what, and that's actually, I feel like, an amazing direction for this channel, because we are humanity first oriented people. Mm-hmm. And it's always been a humanity first oriented,
turkey leg. Turkey leg.
It's a turkey leg, mama. Come on, can we get back from commercial break already? Jeez. Anyway, it's going to take all of us working together. It's going to take the people who are inspired to run for Congress, like me. It's going to take the people who are able to donate large sums of money to this. It's going to take the people, but we have a chance and we have an opportunity now to actually make this a reality right now, as opposed to waiting until he's able to get it passed. Because there has always been questions ever since he started this campaign. One of the main questions that we've always run up against is, how's he going to get it passed? How's he going to get it passed? Guess what? He just passed it. He just passed it.
In a way. Not obviously.
It's on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
But he just passed it.
And someone was asking about the turkey leg. First, I want to say thank you, Richard Lee.
Shout outs to you, Richard Lee. We're back.
I'll tell you in a minute.
I can't wait to tell you this. There's a new dating app that takes a page from the Netflix reality series Love is Blind. It blurs the profile picture of the person you're interested in, and then the more you get to know them fakely on the app, the clearer the photo becomes. Oh my God! I'm so excited about it.
What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, would you swipe on a bio?
Everybody just thought was married.
If I was single, though, I'd date an immunologist right now.
So I didn't use apps because I was a little bit past that time.
Right.
But I have many younger friends who use apps, and they complain about how right now, they're a lot of work. Dating apps are actually a lot of work. And so anything that helps people make connections in different ways is probably a good idea, because there's something really difficult and even dehumanizing about the way a lot of these apps work right now. And a lot of that's based on appearance. So at least this way you have a few more touch points and human connections before, you know, you're frankly like swiping right or swiping left.
But you know something about that? Like, let's say, so you're on the app, and oh, he's very interesting. He loves science. He loves pina coladas. You know, I think he sounds like he's going to be fabulous. I'm really getting interested. And then you see his picture, and you don't like what he looks like, and so you reject him. So now you know how shallow you really are.
Yes.
I see. It's like a learning tool, really.
This app teaches you about yourself.
Yes, it does.
I'm old-fashioned and dumb. Go to the bar. Go to the, you know, because if you want to hone your skills for talking, you're not going to do it on the phone. Go to the bar. Introduce yourself to people. And if you meet somebody, well, as you know, not everybody who goes to the bar drinks alcohol. I don't drink, and I love a bar. Because there's always somebody interesting, and they can be 60 years old, they can be 21 years old, they can be brand new, you never know. But, you know, a static picture is great, but go and smell them. Smell the people. I just feel like if you want to remember how to connect, you got to go where people are.
This is $1 billion tech idea would be.
I know.
It's just like, you know, where you have their aroma as part of the profile, and you like hold the phone up and then
Listen,
like it.
I tell you, it would help a lot of folks. Some things you don't want to discover.
Not to be there. Okay, that's not. A lot of people meet people at AA meetings.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Listen.
Yeah, but something like 50% of all like relationships start online now. Like Mayor Pete met his husband on Hinge, and he's obviously another presidential candidate. I know. I told my husband I met on Twitter, which everyone thinks is always weird.
Famous.
Well, we both had blue check marks, which made it easier, so it wasn't like so weird. But there are people that like, you know, like if you slid in my DMs, you never blue check mark, I wouldn't respond.
No, I don't know if you know this about me, but I met my husband at a semi-nudist colony.
Yes, she did, and they hooked up immediately.
It's a true story. He was naked, I was not. Because for a man to see me naked, I have to be in his will.
That is my favorite joke of hers.
So he was all the way on the other side of this place, and it was like an adult
He
place.
just walked up to you naked?
No, he was far away when he was naked, and then at night there was a movie playing, and then I saw him fully dressed. But I remembered him from the daytime. No, it's true. People wonder about that. I tell that story. People say, "Joy, really? That twitching, crazy woman on the View?" Yeah.
Yes, you had a sexy history with Steve, meeting in a nudist colony.
Yes.
Little did people know. I'm sorry, semi-nudist colony.
Because she, of course, was
I was totally dressed.
This is like the opposite of the app, where you knew exactly what you were getting.
I knew what I was getting. When I could see it that far away.
Yeah.
Welcome, Steve. We're all proud
Sometimes
of
things
you.
look bigger than they are in the app. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Creator, writer.
All right. So it looks like we are coming towards the end of the view.
Got about 20 minutes left, so we'll keep you busy during the commercials.
Yeah, about 20 minutes left. I
19,
guess.
19.
So, I don't know. Those women, they're kind of crazy on the view.
I know, and Andrew's funny. Someone
He is.
commented on his humor. He is funny.
And he's definitely got more speaking time today on the view than he had during his entire presidential run on the debate stage.
Mm-hmm.
So we're happy about that. And we're glad that, you know what, it's kind of refreshing. Because now Andrew can act like, okay, you know, all throughout the campaign, we've had moments with Andrew, you know, where he was free to be himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always different than when he, you know, had to give a stump speech. And
Yeah. I mean, it was the same same.
He's the
as a
same
person, but he had to be more reserved, I guess, giving the stump speech. He couldn't do some of the antics or say some of the things that he would among friends.
Because Andrew is very much a free spirit. And because he is a free spirit, you know, when you try to contain him, it's hard for him sometimes. And now Andrew gets to be Andrew again. He gets to be Andrew that, you know, if he wants to squirt whipped cream in somebody's mouth, then that's what he can do.
Do it.
You know, he doesn't have to feel constrained by like, oh gosh, now the media is watching. Because the fact of the matter is what he announced today with this charity and setting this up is he announced that, you know what, it doesn't matter what you think, I'm going to show you that this works. I'm going to prove to you that this works. And I'm going to prove to you that there are going to be families that get this freedom dividend on a much larger scale, that they're not going to take it and, you know, waste it on whatever. Think about this. Right now, we're homeless, basically.
We've been going from hotel to hotel. We're just trying to live as cheaply as possible until we can get into a permanent place. And we're not supposed to stay with my sister because that was, you know, the whole start of the thing. If y'all were here.
No, we're here filming this for you, but we're not even staying here. You know, and we've had to spend a lot of money on a hotel room. And thank goodness that somebody came through with an Airbnb for a couple days. It's been a struggle. Thank you for all the, you know, for the donations and stuff, because it's enabled us to keep a roof over little Yang Yang's head until we can get into a place. But think about what that freedom dividend would do for us, because then we wouldn't have to be stressed out about, you know, we could afford to stay in a hotel for a couple days without it impacting us moving into someplace else. I mean, most people are just going to use that to live. They're just going to use it to live. Food and, you know, Andrew was so great about it in the stump speech, because, you know, car repairs, childcare,
even little league,
the occasional night out.
Yeah. You had to do a few extra things, you know, because you got your income and then you got your freedom dividend. You can do things that you kind of want to do instead of just scraping by and like barely making it and always stressing out. Yeah.
Think about how many artists are out there, whether it's people who can sing or art or writing or poetry or
YouTube
videos, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they're not able to express themselves because they're trapped in a job that they hate.
And they don't have the time to go out and be creative.
You know how I know that? Because I've been there. I am that creative person that I hate working for somebody else. I can't stand it.
It stifles your soul.
It does. It's very soul crushing. It's very energy draining, and you just get up every day.
Especially, you know, if you don't love it. If you have a job you love, that's great. Do something you love. You should always do what you love. You shouldn't do something you hate. Why would you live your entire life doing something you hate?
You're not fulfilling your purpose. Your purpose is not to come here, have babies, and just die. That is not your purpose.
And work.
Your purpose is something much larger than that. All right, and we're back.
Things, and she's kicking off season 4 by helping her friend deal with a devastating breakup. And some people who need to mind their own business. Take a look.
You could have used less of a blindside, but garbage into gold. Let's go. Oh, hi. Do you want to know why she's crying? Is that why you're looking? Well, she's 49. Her husband just left her. She's got macular degeneration. She's got a 6-year-old and a semi-new baby. And she's going to be 50. She's 50!
Please welcome Pamela Adler.
I'm good. I'm so sanitized within an inch of my life. It's crazy. I'm clean.
And you look good.
Thank you so
look
much.
really good.
Thank you, guys.
Listen, people can't stop talking about the coronavirus. You've been traveling around to talk about your new show, meeting a lot of new people. How are you doing? Are people coughing on you?
Well, I hate it. I mean, we were on the plane to come here for press week. It was Monday. It wasn't a state of emergency in LA.
Right.
I'm going back home. My daughter texted me last night. She's like, Mom, there's 4 confirmed cases of coronavirus in New York. You're in your 50s.
You're okay. It's over 65.
Like, she said, so I wrote her back, thanks. There are 7 cases in LA. Have a good night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, we were kind of yang-ganging for a while. I can't. There you go.
He touches everybody.
Meanwhile, I've been doing this for years, so it's like the corona has made everybody catch up to me.
Yes.
I used to be like really rude and be like, oh, hello, I'm sorry I dropped something. I can't touch your hand.
We touched everybody before the corona and nobody got sick.
I know, and people were like, your friends were like coming up and kissing you and licking you, and I don't want to smell mouths. This is why I'm single. I like live my life like a monk, so this is kind of working out for me.
Well, you obviously live in California, which is a key battleground state for Super Tuesday, and everyone's talking about the election all the time. Yesterday we showed a clip of Jill Biden stopping a protester, and she's like 5'3", and we're all very concerned about safety and the divisiveness in the country. What do you make of all that?
Well, you know, I mean, I can say it. My brother's a Republican. We're like total opposites. He's got 3 boys. I've got 3 girls. And he and we separated ways for a long time during hanging Chads. And we were together for Thanksgiving. It was a particularly not fun Thanksgiving. And I just said, Kyoto Accord, and then he went for me. And so we decided to not speak about anything political for years and years. And I have just started sending him stuff, and he started sending me stuff. And we have a talk. It's like, there was a couple, James Carville and Mary Madeline.
Yeah.
You know?
They got along.
And I love this story, man. I mean, you know, he was running Bill Clinton's war room, and she was running George Bush's war room. I don't want, you know, you guys are way smarter than me. I'm an actress. But,
Oh my God, me too.
oh my God, used to be. No, you totally are. I mean, we all, but,
But what about Kellyanne and her husband, George Conway? They don't seem to get along that well.
I don't, it's so weird.
So
because
weird.
Everybody's like tweeting and whatever, and it's a fascinating train wreck for me.
James Carville and Mary Madeline are like what to do, and I always think George Conway and Kellyanne are what not to do.
Yeah.
Like in political relationships, like 2 great examples. And he's like tweeting nasty stuff to her all the time. It's bizarre.
Well, you just want to know what it's like at home,
Yeah.
at the dinner table, or in the bedroom.
I think he's brilliant. He's brilliant, the husband. No,
I guess.
oh yeah.
Maybe sitting there in the
I gotta look it up because I don't
Yeah,
know.
he goes after Trump.
He goes there.
Mercilessly.
Oh, yeah.
And then she is defending him on television. It's ridiculous.
maybe that's what the dinner table looks like. They're like tweeting at each other.
No, they are.
Or maybe they're just messing with everybody. Maybe they actually get along fine.
Well, it's that
You know,
their daughters
it's-
have to read this crap on. And
Yeah, you know, listen,
Very
this is how it
irresponsible.
used to be. You could have arguments with people, but then you still said, you know, your chicken might be dry, but I still like you.
There you go.
You know?
But you're right, though, because it might be
A turn on.
a game. You don't even know.
I've heard it's not a put on, but
What do you know?
I've heard that it's real. But I do want to say, it's been painful for Americans to actually say that they're going to have a hard time going home for Thanksgiving dinner and winning these conversations.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'm proudest of in the campaign is that, you know, like, we hopefully can start bringing people together in a different way. But Pamela, you know, you've been in the business for a long time.
I can't believe he knows who I am.
Well, we told him, Andrew, you
But you've been working in the business since you were 11 years old. You were in the Facts of Life, a show I was a huge fan of. And I was just wondering how much the business has changed for you over your career, because you've obviously been in it for a long time.
Yeah. Well, for one, I just touched my hair on my cheek. Okay.
For me, it's been an incredible journey because my dad was a writer-producer, you know, and so I grew up on sound stages, on New York morning news sound stages with my father, and it was always men. It was always men.
Yeah.
And so in the past 4 years doing my show, I have been able to be a pioneer for women, and I didn't realize that until the other day. But you know, when you sit there and you say, I have the ability and the power now to hire people and to go after who I want. For season 3 of my show, I didn't want to do it without a female key grip.
Yeah.
So there's like 4.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, that was 2. It's just that one hair was touching my cheek.
About your show now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can put it back up so I can do it.
Yeah.
Your show, Better Things, which you write, direct, and star in, as I said at the beginning of this, is about to start its 4th season. It's semi-autobiographical, but it's really coming-of-age story, which is kind of where you were just going. So, have you come of age?
You know, it's crazy that I've been working since I'm 11, and I basically hit something big at the age of 50.
Yes.
When I literally should be in the dustbin at the Jewish Council thrift, like nobody should.
We don't do that. You know, that doesn't happen. We don't toss folks away anymore because the folks that they toss make a lot of noise.
Old is the new black.
That's it. You have to come and hang out again. Please do. Please.
And
season 4 of Better Things premieres tonight on FX. And we, of course, will be right back.
And we're back.
And we're back magically. Bling bling. Shout outs to all the people who have tuned in today. It's been awesome to share this time with you and to share this huge announcement that Andrew Yang has created a charity, Humanity Forward. Go there.
HumanityForward.com. If the site's back up, that's where you need to go. Donate
there. His plan is to go ahead and say, screw all these politicians and let's go ahead and bypass all that, and I'll just go ahead and start UBI country now. And
on a small scale, yeah.
It's going to be on a smaller scale, but the help starts now.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, and it's going to be a blessing to a lot of people, whereas it would have taken him the whole presidential run, becoming elected president, getting it passed, all that. Now he gets
Which can still happen in 2024, but we can start now with the important work.
Right. Here's the thing. If he knows he's not going to win the presidency this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not create this? Start implementing your ideas, because in 2024, then you have a lot of credibility.
It's so mainstream by then, you know.
It's becoming mainstream now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's going to be a beautiful thing that we can actually go ahead and bypass all these crooked politicians.
I don't have my contacts in.
Oh, Odin Rider Studio, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
We appreciate that very much.
And we love you too.
We love y'all too, Yang Gang, for sure. Definitely shout out for that. Thank you. But think about what we can do for people now. Because, you know, I know that there were a lot of people who were seriously banking their lives on Andrew Yang becoming president, because he gave them so much hope. Well, y'all, keep that hope, because now we actually have a direction. Now we actually know where we're going and how to get there. And this charity is going to be that direction. And this charity is going to be the thing that springs all this. Because think about this. When Andrew does become president in 2024, right? It's going to be so easy to get this passed. It's going to be so easy. Because he'll be able to go in there and he'll be like, okay, this is all the data that we've collected. There you go. They're not going to be able to dispute it anymore. It's going to be so mainstream. And here's the thing. While it sucks that Andrew Yang is not president, it gives America 4 more years to wake the fuck up.
Right? Get smart, America.
Wake up. Automation is all around us. It is literally permeating every area of our lives. But I don't think it's hit hard enough yet. It's not clobbered people hard enough yet to where that they're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is impacting all of us. Because there's still a lot of people out there who are asleep. But this gives us 4 years to not only for the Yang Gang to wake them up, but now we're making this idea more and more mainstream, more and more mainstream. You know what a relief it probably is for people like Scott Sands that this is becoming mainstream. Yeah. This dude has been fighting his whole life for this idea.
So we're gonna be we're gonna be heading off of here very soon. Just want to know if y'all had any burning questions you really wanted to ask us, whatever it's about. This is the time to interact with our viewers. If y'all have anything you'd like to know or anything you'd like to discuss.
Guess what?
You want to see Russell dance?
What,
buddy?
Here we go.
Sitting on the chair.
Plan. He guest hosted with us. If you want to know more, look at our website. It's all there. We want you all to have a great day, everyone, and take a little time to enjoy your view and wash your hands.
All right, there you have it. If y'all are just tuning in, y'all definitely go back and watch the beginning of this video when Andrew first came on stage.
It will upload shortly after we turn the stream off. It takes a minute, but it'll be up on the channel.
It'll be up. Zach and Matt had it up yesterday. We love you, Yang Gang.
Did anybody have a question? I didn't look.
Anybody have any questions? I don't think so. I guess we're going to end it.
Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for
Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. Ding the bell so you get notified. Screw the YouTube algorithms.
Yeah.
We love you, Yang Gang. See you on the next one. Not my stuff.
Not my stuff.